Well, just in the last few weeks, there have been 3 tragic incidents of kids shooting themselves with their parents' guns.
It was August 2nd. A 3-year-old shot himself in the foot in Magna. August 22nd, a 5-year-old boy was killed in Santaquin. And just last night, an 8-year-old boy died in Lehi. So far, charges have only been filed in 1 of these cases.
Now, David Ochoa talked to a former prosecutor tonight about the criteria for filing charges against parents in these kinds of incidents. He joins us live now. And David, they say it depends on the circumstances.
Yeah, that's right. Whenever something like this happens, there's a lot of questions that come to people's minds right away, like where were the parents, what were they doing, and how did the child get the gun? Law enforcement and prosecutors ask themselves those same questions, and depending on the answers, that's what decides whether or not charges are filed against the parents. 3 cases of kids shooting themselves with their parents' gun in a month's time in northern Utah. The latest in Lehi Monday night, when an 8-year-old boy found a gun underneath the car seat and shot himself in the head at a gas station.
The mom was freaking out, as you can imagine.
All these situations are extremely sad. None of the parents want to see this happen to their children.
Craig Stenger is a former prosecutor, and I asked him how prosecutors decide to charge a parent when something like this happens.
They basically will look at the attending circumstances surrounding what happened with the child. How they got access is the number one.
Stenger says it'll be different if the child has to root around to find the gun versus if it's left unattended somewhere easy to find. In Santaquin, a 5-year-old was killed after he found a gun in the house, and no charges have been filed against the parents. But in Magna, a woman placed a gun on a shelf and went to the bathroom. The shelf fell, and a 3-year-old got a hold of the gun and shot himself in the foot. She and her husband allegedly told police they had multiple unsecured guns in the house, and the woman was charged with aggravated child abuse.
It's kind of hard to charge a grieving parent with a crime based on this, what was clearly an accident.
But does a parent's grief play into whether or not charges are filed?
I think they consider the attending circumstances, what's going on. Prosecutors are human. They're going to charge based on the law, but they also do factor that into their decisions.
Now, Utah doesn't require people to lock up guns in a certain way and doesn't have laws to penalize people that might have guns that make it easy for kids to access them. Now, I asked Utah County Attorney's Office if charges would be filed against the parent in Lehi last night, and they told me that police haven't come to them with anything yet. Reporting live, David Ochoa, KUTV 2 News.